Okay, excuse me. Good morning, YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing a couple watch comparisons. Another video for this rainy Monday afternoon. This one here is going to be against the Invicta Reserve Hydro Max, one that's been getting a lot of popular feedback, and of course another one that's called the Coalition Forces, another pretty popular watch. If you're new to my channel and you haven't seen any of my videos before, basically what I do is I make very simple watch show and tells is what I call them. Basically, rather than me spewing a bunch of facts about the watches and telling you all this crap that you're not really too concerned with, basically my whole thing is to show you what it looks like on the wrist, and that's what most people are concerned with, is how it's going to look on the person. And basically what you'll find on my channel is videos that I'm doing just a single watch, telling you just a little bit about what makes up, like I'll tell you about, the size, of course, that's pretty important, what kind of movement it's got inside. But other than that, I don't really go into too much detail about the watch. You can look that information up on your own. Mainly, like I said, one thing I found when I was looking for watches was I couldn't really see what it looked like on the person. And so I tell you basically my height, my weight. I'm 5'8", about 170 pounds, and I have 7-inch wrists. So this will give you a very good idea what these watches look like. Also, what I've been doing lately is the side-by-side comparison, so you can actually see what they look like side by side. Because when you read about a watch, and maybe they're both 50 millimeters, but depending on how they're measured, depending on the shape of the watch, they do look different and do wear different. So you might be in the market for one or both these watches, and this is kind of going to be a useful tool in order for you to make a good decision. Maybe you'll end up buying both. I've had a lot of people watch my videos and they come back and they leave a comment, I bought both, which is awesome because these watches really are great. I'm not here to say that they're the best watch in the world. They're not the most expensive watch in the world, but you get a lot for your money, and they definitely are extremely unique for what you're getting, okay? So, again, let's see here. One other thing I want you to do is check out the links. I'm trying to update the description. I know I don't have a lot of model numbers in all the descriptions. I'm trying to update that stuff. I will eventually get to it. I'm just trying to get the maximum amount of videos I can get up. And my goal for this year is to have 1,000 videos. So, if any of you have any ideas, I'm limited to how many watches I have. But with the side-by-side comparisons and me getting creative, I could definitely crack the 300 mark here. It's got to take a little time, but subscribe to my channel, keep watching. So far you guys seem to like the channel, so just continue moving forward. If you have any comments, go ahead and drop them in the box. I always look forward to chatting and watching with people. This video here I'm going to put up because I had a conversation with a gentleman the other day, and he's really into the Coalition. He's got a huge collection of watches, some really rare and unique pieces, and I talked to him the other day on Facebook for like an hour. Pretty cool guy. It's kind of neat how different, passions bring people together. So, hey bud, this one's for you. The Coalition Forces here in the Hydro Max. I picked the Hydro Max as this comparison because it's such a popular watch, and the price point is just unbelievable on this thing, and we'll get into that. All right, so a little bit about the Hydro Max watch here. I'm going to read just a few facts here. Not going to puke a whole bunch at you. Movement on this one. This one here is the. Bear with me a second. They do make the Hydro Max in a lot of different colors. Unfortunately, they don't make it in gold yet, and hopefully they will down the road. That would be really nice, a full polished gold. But for right now, they're doing the bezel and the face in different colors. I got this one because I got such a great deal on it. I still like the yellow gold face and bezel, but I probably would have went with maybe the silver or maybe a different color. The blue is really talking to me too. But this is still awesome watch. I mean, you really can't go wrong. So for the purpose of this review here, this is model number. Looks like 16960. Is that right? Yeah. 16960 is the model number on this one here. Again, Hydro Max Reserve. They do a combination of this one's all stainless steel, of course, like most of them. Polishing down the middle, and the rest of the watch is a matte finish, except for the bezel where you have this coin edge. Bezel is polished. Dimensions on this thing. This thing is just a really unique watch. It's basically styled after the Rolex Deep Sea Challenge, which is an extremely expensive, rare watch to get. It's one James Cameron took down in the Mariana Trench, I believe, and it's designed for extreme depths. This one's kind of a styled after that, but for a much better price point. Let's see here. So you got 24 millimeters on bracelet width. You got another 8 3/4 inch in length. 52 millimeter case, but what makes this watch so cool is look at how thick it is. you're approaching 30 millimeters in thickness. This is 29, so you have 4 millimeters on the actual crystal, and then you have was it 25 millimeters on the actual case from the very back all the way up to the top is going to be all the way to the crystal is 29. Just a big chunky watch. Really unique. You have your double locking clasp. This one here actually does it with the push button on the side, which I kind of like. It's not, you don't see a lot of the Invictas with that. And it's also got, pop this baby open, a ratchet clasp here, which is kind of cool because you can kind of quickly size it. You know, some days the watches fit a little tighter or whatnot. It's got a helium release valve on the side. I guess that has to do with diving. In my other videos, I get really excited to talk about these things. I called it a hydrogen release valve, but that's alright. We all make mistakes. It's a helium release valve. Something to do with decompression or whatever. So let me pop this one on here. Well, before I do that, let me put this one down here. Let me go into the coalition. Whoops, the coalition forces here. Sorry about that. This one here, measurement is this is powered by the Swiss-made ETA G10.211 quartz chronograph movement. You do have your chronograph and you have your day window or your date. And I'm going to try to show you this at an angle. What's cool is you have all the notch marks here on the inside of the dial for the you know, your time. It's actually lit with that I forget what you call it, the you know, saying the glow in the dark stuff. But what's cool is that you have this kind of polished stainless around each one of those, and it's hard to see in the video, but it's kind of square where you have a step design there, and it's really cool. It's got like a lot of dimension to it. This one's got the locking. Your fold-down crown protector here. I'm not going to pop it open. And it is a screw-down crown as well, screw-down pushers. This whole watch is very easy if you want to change bands out because they put these big, giant, knurled bolts on here where that's how you remove the band. I like stainless. I'm not really into the poly bands or leather, but if you wanted to, you could, you know, pretty easily. This one here measures 51 millimeters, case thickness 18.5 from top to bottom. Okay, and 32 millimeter bracelet width and 8¼ inches in length. 3,300 feet of water resistance, and I forgot to mention on the I'm sorry, 330 feet water resistance if I didn't say that correctly. And on the Hydro Max, you look at 3,300 feet of water resistance. Both really neat watches. Let me go ahead and throw these on here to get an idea of a side by side. Again, I'm 5'8" tall, about 170 pounds, and all these watches wear pretty big on me. So, 7-inch wrists, of course. This kind of flop around a little bit. I don't usually wear it on this side. Alright, so there you go. Two really unique watches right there. Invicta really does pride themselves on making watches that are extremely unique. Even though this one here, they kind of copy the design from the Deep Sea Challenge. I think it's a great idea because they're bringing this watch out. Like for the holiday season, you could pick this watch up for $150 with the dive case, depending on where you got it. Now after the holidays here, you know, the price has kind of gone up. Inventory, I noticed, is pretty low on a lot of the websites that I've asked, you know, what's in stock and stuff. But you can still get this stuff. This one here, I am on the fence on selling because it's a really cool watch. It was one of my first ones, and I just don't wear all that much. I thought it was going to be a watch I was really going to wear a lot for work, but now I'm just so desensitized with getting into the really big Sea Hunters at 60-something millimeters. You know, it's hard to go back. But I'm probably going to keep it. I was going to sell it to my newfound Facebook friend there. And oh, also, don't forget, like, find us on Facebook. Fat Cat Watches is where you can find our Facebook page. And it's kind of a great, you know, Facebook's a great tool for people to get together and talk watches. I don't have a lot of followers on my Facebook page, so let's change that. Get people on there, you know, start watch discussions. It's a lot of fun discussing these things. But as far as YouTube channel, you know, keep subscribing. The subscribers go up every single day, and I do appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to share these videos with folks. So you can see where look at the size of that thing. Look at it. That thing's just chunky. I mean, remember, 18.5 millimeters in thickness. That's a big watch. You know what I mean? But the Hydro Max is just absolutely massive. Now, you're going to pay a little, you know, some of these watches here, like this one I've seen, you know, they make this one in a lot of different colors, a lot of different movements. So this one I've seen anywhere from, you know, $200 if you want to go in something all black, like the Jason Taylor edition. I've seen those for like $200, which is a really great deal for the watch, which black is pretty cool. I'm more of a flashier guy, so it's hard for me to rock a black watch. But I might get the Sea Hunter in black because it's so big. This is kind of a good example here. When you get back a little bit, I mean, you can really see this is a large watch. Very aggressive styling. Very, very. It's kind of what they refer to as their military-inspired watches. They're very, very chiseled. You know, Hydro Max. That's a big boy right there. All right, folks. Well, again, there's another review, another show and tell there, comparison of the Invicta Coalition Forces versus the Hydro Max. Definitely the Hydro Max. I mean, the point of the video is not to tell you which one I think you should get, but I tell you the Hydro Max is such a unique watch. It's very rare that you see watches that thick. I mean, it just takes the cake. I've said in a few of my other videos, I hope Invicta eventually comes out with something that's, I mean, some of them are getting, like, when I wear my Sea Hunter, it starts to actually hurt, which I don't mind because I love these big watches. But I was hoping maybe someday they do something with a 63 millimeter in diameter, right? Like the Grand Arsenal or the Hydro or the Sea Hunter, but make it with a 30 millimeter thickness like that. So just something massive. Just take the cake. And I've looked around for a while now on finding what is the world's biggest watch, and I haven't seen anything like in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm surprised nobody has kind of taken that title. Now I know Diesel came out with one that was their granddaddy, and it's 73 millimeters. It's huge, and I have the granddaddy, or not the granddaddy, but the standard with the Big Daddy, which is still a pretty big watch. I think they measure at 57. And I mean, when I got that watch, I thought it was just massive. And now I could compare it side by side with even this watch here. I mean, this watch is almost the same size. So, you get desensitized to these things. But anyway, that granddaddy, the thing is just a big black watch. It's interesting looking, but I mean, they should just, if you're going to do something like the world's biggest watch, do something just over the top, flashy. Polish it up. It was all black with a black band. Do something just beefy, Alright, well, there's my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any kind of comments, please don't hesitate to go ahead and drop one. If I left anything out, man, by all means, let me know. Check out the description for the model numbers. Check out our blog, Fat Cat Watches. Check out, naturally, our Facebook page, Fat Cat Watches. And there are several other pages dedicated to watch specifics. Like there's a Hydromax Fat Cat page, a couple other ones. But sign up for the main page, and then check out FatCatWatches.com, where you can get a lot more information. And I'm going to be uploading in the next few weeks seller reviews off eBay. I've had some good experiences, and I've had some unfortunately horrible experiences. And I think it's good information, not to hurt anybody's business, but it's good for you, the consumer, to be prepared on what you may expect from certain sellers. So you're not getting too disappointed. You don't want to make a bad decision. I've had a few watches I purchased from guys who end up having to go back or defective. So you just got to be careful. So I'll share that with you next few weeks. And again, Hydromax, Coalition Forces, make a decision. Have a good day, guys.